Lawwin Media Network.
Bringing to you the most relevant content across all platforms.
Business, legal, politics, health, lifestyle, and entertainment.
Your source for all the news and updates in the greater Houston community from Texas and all over the world.
Get informed and empowered with Lawwin Media Network.
Good morning, everyone. Good evening, wherever you are. We are now on episode X, and it's going to be interesting. Whoever thought that there would be some kind of food beginning with X? And we're nearing the end of this season, so it should get more exciting. So if you can guess what the X is, then you're in the show. So let's continue and watch what this episode X is all about and what we will be cooking. Stay there. So we are going to attempt to do pao. There will be a slightly challenging version, and we will try to see if we can do the easy version. This is a dim sum, which we will steam with a surprise. You know, when my father was still alive and we would go to a dim sum place, he would order xiaolong pao. I didn't care so much. I would bite into it, the soup would fall into my mouth. But he loved it because he said, "What's the mystery of this? How do you do it?" So contest where we would guess how it's done, and I never found out until one of the chefs said, "Oh, gelatin, gelatin," he said. So it was really gelatin, but actually it is a flavored gelatin, which sometimes you can call a spick, and that's what we will try. When you do your xiaolong pao and the gelatin is solid, when you steam it, comes soup. Simple as that, but we will try to see if we can do it. Also, there are ways to fold in the as well as the dumpling. So there will be some, I have seen it in YouTube, but here it's actually being done, so you can see if it's done by you at home. We broth, which we will add to gelatin for a change. We're mamacita hot, I think, so that when you hopefully when you put a hole in the it will be sinigang and not the usual Chinese broth. Okay, so I already have it here. I have 1/4 cup of my mamacita sinigang, and it says here to microwave this until it's very hot, because it's only 1/4 cup, so we don't take long in doing that. But here we will do this for our gelatin. So all you need is the unflavored gelatin. In this case, I am using nuts, and it says 1 with a little more than a teaspoon of nuts. Let that bloom. When you say bloom, see, it's slowly being absorbed by the water and will become a slurry. we're going to add very hot broth. Let me mix this now. And then to activate the gelatin, and then another measure another quarter cup to cool it. Then it goes to the fridge. So it has already become a gel. We will add it now to our hot broth. Okay, to this hot broth, enough to activate our gelatin. Maybe microwave it for 1-2 minutes. We will add another fourth, make it cooler. So our gelatin already melted. So we're going to now pour this. It's better to pour something that is flat like this so that it will cool fast. Don't put it in the freezer, okay? Gelatin is not good for freezing. I think this is enough to make a few xiaolongbuk. The dough. I know that there's the easy way to do it. Maybe we will see. We will invite somebody to do this for us to test if it can really be done with gyoza wrapper. But let's try it anyway. It says, again, hot water. So this is about 1 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, to which I will add some salt. Do not forget to add salt. Salt is good for any starch. Mix that. And we will make a well out of that with very hot water. It said very hot water. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to put in the same technique that they use for pita bread. Hot water activates the ginagalit niya. So we just have to form this dough. Let's try to this up now into a ball. Like a Play-Doh. A nice neat ball. Okay. So wrap. Ball. And magpa-cute ka dyan. Let it just rest like that. And we will now be doing our filling. Again, when it comes to fillings, there are again so many ways you can vary it. But the recipe calls for ground. If you don't like ground pork, I guess you can try ground chicken, or maybe chopped seafoods, or beef, or just vegetables. Okay, so it would be. This is very adaptable, and you can vary it. Some carrots and ginger, and well, this one added. I like adding cabbage, but you can also use the Mama Lumpia Shanghai. So I'm going to use a little of this to let me be able to make the mixture easier to handle, because it does not just have flavor, it also has some cornstarch and other ingredients that will make it easy to make it stick. In addition to that, maybe I should add some sugar. This is the Shaoxing wine. I have sesame oil. A little soy sauce, not so much. There. And some salt. Pepper. I hardly use white pepper because I sneeze a lot with it. I don't know why. And I'm adding mushroom powder. Okay. Alright. So we mix this up. Bear. So now doing the challenge. Of the dough and the filling. And since we cannot really wait for the true gelatin to set, I already made this in advance. Okay. And here is actually the dough I made tonight. And so we can use this. There's no difference. Important is that you rest the dough well to make it into a wrapper. Okay. So this is our wrapper. This is the easy way, and we're going to invite somebody to do this for us. So we will do two kinds. I'm going to make the dough, and the filling. My friend will be doing our the supposedly way. I don't know. Okay, so I'd like to invite Christian Toledo to join me.
Hello!
Grabe. Ano to?
Masisi pa ako.
So, this one was last night, but it's not really going. It's just that we want to do this quickly for you. Ito, hold it, oh. May lagnat pa, oh. Yeah. So, ito na yung last night. Yeah. Okay. So, we're going.
Are you ever tempted to just slap though?
Sige nga. Labas mo, may galit ka ba? Okay.
Pag-usapan natin.
Alright. So, what you do is you're supposed to add in the gelatin. Okay, it's solid, right? But it turned a little frozen because my ref is very excited. So, and then mix it well. So let's leave it like this, okay? And see how you can do it. So keep it on boiling.
Getting a facial, yeah.
Ew! And see, tingnan natin.
No, why?
Okay.
Should I?
I don't know. Ako. Okay, so you hold it like fold, fold. I don't know if this is the just thought baka this can save the of you can try it.
Oh, okay. You don't the dumpling or the wrapper?
You can if you want to start it.
Why?
Start it like with the
Oh,
or with
there
the
you
broth.
go.
It's too small.
Or we have too much.
Yeah. Ito, siomai ito. Siomai yung labas nito. So, it's going to be... I'm going to do it now with this one. Let's just get half. You see in another half. then 1/4. Let's see. It has to be big. Okay? If you're normal like this, oh sige, okay lang. Okay lang.
I'm,
Kasi
I'm,
sabi
I'm gonna
nila-
eat this anyway.
Sabi nila, it takes practice. So this one, of course, you're supposed to roll it like that, flat, and a little thick. When you try to make this round, keep turning it the way you would do for making a pie crust. Then it will, by itself, it will turn into a nice circle. But what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use this
There you
mold.
go. Life hacks.
Yeah, there. Okay, let's see. Sige nga. If it's not, if it's not,
As long as it's closed,
yeah.
right?
Uh-oh. Okay, so here.
Wow.
Okay. Try.
So much.
I'll make,
Soft.
yes, yeah. Wait, I think you do the dough.
So I'm wondering if your reception is good, but I have to say that what I'm seeing is very hazy. So please just give me comments, and we'll be very happy to rerun this next week. But to those who find it clear, because on my side, it's really not clear at all. So there's something with the connection or the internet here in Manila or elsewhere. But I'd like to say that people would always think it's when we order shalong pao, it can be either S or X, but the more formal name for shalong pao begins with X. Shalong pao. Pao means dumpling. So if you order it in a restaurant, and it's a little pricey, it's kind of expensive because there will also be, while you're making that, you see, it's very delicate because there's soup inside, meaning it's liquid. So it's a dough holding a liquid with a solid meatball inside. Okay, so the complicated is there's a liquid, a solid, and a dough holding it inside. So and then the temperature will be warm. So make it very delicate and fragile, and that's why it's a challenge to make. That's why it's kind of expensive, because along the way, let's say you're making 20 of these, I'm probably thinking maybe four will be a looser. There might be a hole, or the 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 steam inside the little the steam hole of the dumpling might dry up. There might be some losses. Okay, so it takes practice, especially with the dough that you saw us. I'm not so good with the dough, and well, that's why Christian was also trying. But I think what's important is you have to just keep on kneading the dough so that it will be strong, and when it can hold the the meatball and the gel, and then you can uh, twist it nicely and then put it again in the steamer. But what you should do is important is have pieces of paper, wax paper or parchment paper on each and every xiaolong pao that you make, so that it will not stick to the bamboo steamer or any other steamer. Otherwise, if it does, then you're going to get a split xiaolong pao, goodbye soup, good, and then wala, pangit ng tignan. Okay, so making the dough is actually easy, but kneading the dough, what I happened was I did not knead it too long enough. It has to really develop a more strength and resistance, so that when we roll it down, roll it up, it will hold well. Now, the nice thing I discovered about our version of shalom pie is you can make your own um, flavored gelatin, or aspic, as we would call it. Aspic is a flavored gelatin, usually made with beef stock. So if this was aspic and if it was beef, then you can have a nilaga xiaolong pao or bulalo xiaolong pao, and put in there some aside from the gelatin that will melt, you can put in litid or marrow. Why not? Diba? What we did is we used sinigang for a change in the liquid, the soup that will come out, and it came out very well. So if you'd like to experiment and save on eating out an expensive shalom pao, why not try it? And then you can serve it and impress your guests, because this is one dish that, as they say, only the Chinese can do it. No, we can all do it as long as we practice really well. So let's go back, and hopefully, the internet will already make the episode clearer. If not, I promise you we will have it again next week. So let's go back and let's see the taste, if at all we can enjoy the taste of this wonderful challenge.
So now let's try and see how it will cook. You will steam it until, if you like, try to line it up.
Ah.
Careful. Ooh. Line it up. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Ah.
Let's have two.
Lay them down.
Kung kaya na, di.
Yeah. Like the fresh dough. Alright.
Okay. Your steamer has to be, prepare it ahead. When the up and gets a little more translucent, not really translucent, but puffing up, and you know it is soft, then we will test it. Okay. Okay. We have been trying to perfect the shape and the folding. Na perfect mo ba?
No.
Sabihin mo yung
no.
truth. Ako rin. I think it really takes practice. But what we're going to do now, we were able to get some, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to cook, depending on the your xiao long pao.
And what are we doing right now?
Sauce. Kasi we made it into sinigang. We don't really need too much of any sauce really.
Because usually it's like
Sinigang,
vinegar.
a little
No,
more.
the one in the restaurant. Like what do they
It would
usually
be ginger, more sesame oil, soy sauce,
have?
and a little water. So, okay, this is how. Yeah, that's what you made.
No, I
this
think
is-
you also made this one.
This is how you're supposed to serve xiao long pao. It has to be, you catch it in a small saucer, and then you make a hole with your chopsticks to show that it
I just usually
there's a
bite
soup
the
coming
whole
out. Yeah. Yeah. And then sometimes you can catch the soup. Meron naman. But Christian, let's show them. You know, when you cannot do it the perfect way, look at the
Do
look at
your
the way-
best.
do your best, and then try to just make do until you get to perfect it. See, there are so many, but they're all doable. You don't have to try to get everything and then tear out a lot of the dough. Just have fun doing it. What's important is you can try. Oh, by the way, this is the gelatin of the sinigang. So
Wow.
when we will be doing some more of this, but you already know the principle. And as we do our 50th dumpling, baka na perfect na namin. But I don't pretend to be able to do everything perfectly. All right. So what they said is, let the soup come out, release the soup, and then a little soy sauce. Actually, I don't think I need.
Mine's coming out a little bit.
Yeah, meron. Yeah.
And I love soy sauce.
My dough is just a little too thick. Talaga? Hindi daw? Okay.
It was good.
Sige pa. Try mo yan, yung ginawa mong gyoza.
Sure. There you go.
I'll try. So that means that this one. So that means that you can actually use.
It might. Is it better if we keep it there longer or?
Keep it longer. No, not really. But as long as it puffs up already, or you can use this already. Just don't trouble yourself too much about making it perfect. There.
I have to bite more into it.
Yeah. Just to show. Yeah. Okay? Yun lang. Nasaan sinigang ba? Lumpaw? Go a little off. Try it with sinigang and try it with some sinigang veggies. or stick to the recipe, whatever it is, and use Mamacita's Shanghai to make mixing your filling. Right? We
Or-
want to thank you for your patience in when we did Xiaolong Pao. I guess you will be experiencing the same thing in your own kitchen. But what's important is that you can try your best, and you know what? There will be some rewards in what you will be getting, some soup coming out into food. Si Reyes-Lumen, Christian Toledo, and with Commissary Kitchen at your service, we learn and we learn. Thank you for being with us. This was so God bless. So now let's try and see how.
We have a very bad reception. I apologize for that. But Shalong Pao would have really been a nice show. So we will run it again when we have a better internet. We apologize for that. But okay, as we said in Commissary Kitchen at your service, you will also see the mistakes that probably can be made by you if it's the first time you're trying a new recipe like what we're doing. So learning from mistakes is even as valuable as when you see something so perfectly done. Then it's not so close to the reality. But there in Commissary Kitchen, you've seen how hard it was for us to twist. And when I tried to use the dumplings that were supposed to be for the gyoza, okay. So what you do is you'll still go and make your own dough and make sure you knead it very well. Now I have some pointers there. One would be uh, do not make your shalong pao too big, otherwise you need a big mouth because it's only taken as one piece, one one piece. You cannot bite into it. It has to be that when it's already inside your mouth and you bite into it, then that's when the soup will flow down. See? So it should not be so big. And Asians, they don't have big mouths like me. So try to make it like maybe just this big. Maybe like the size of a quarter, right? Or if that's too complicated, maybe the size of a 10 peso coin, Philippine peso coin. And that's that's probably the most comfortable size that you can have. Many things we learn from there. One, the dough must really cook thoroughly. So that means that your steamer has to be on high, boiling high. Okay, it has to be a rolling boil so that the steamer will continuously be there. It will not die. It will not. Fizzle out. It has to continuously be cooking. Because remember, you have something underneath. You have paper. So to make sure that the bottom of your shalong pao is cooked, it has to get the steam has to travel this way. So it goes up and down in the steamer. So just make sure that the water of your steamer is on high roll. Um, but then, on the other hand, when you've already cooked your shalom pie, don't serve it right away because it will burn the mouth of the person who will eat it when it's still steaming. You have to let it cool. In fact, after you have cooked several shalong pao, just let it stay a little bit, maybe for 5 minutes. Let it rest, and then you serve it. Okay. In several restaurants that I have tried to test the shalong pao, it's not it's not hot. It's really just room temp for the safety of the one who will be eating it. The pleasure is not in the having a hot soup in your while you're eating it, but um, the soup, the magic or the trick of having the shalom pao release the soup inside your mouth, and it can't be done if it's too hot. Kawawa naman yung kakain. Um, so medium heat. Uh, you can prep this ahead since if you're making it not yet steamed, because the aspic or the gelatin can will still stay gelatin in the ref, so you can make a lot of it ahead of time. Do your practicing and then choose the best that you will serve and keep it in the ref until you're ready to cook it. Sauce, if you're really going to try out our sinigang aspic, then you can have for the sauce patis and calamansi, or patis and calamansi and toyo. Diba? That will be good. If you're into the usual Chinese way, then you have your soy sauce, your I would put a little oyster sauce just for sweetness, and sesame oil, and chili oil. Wow! In fact, why not use chicken inasal oil and then have chicken inside? Very interesting, huh? For bulalo, then bulalo you can still have your patis and calamansi sauce if you want, and your marrow or your collagen or your litid inside it. But your litid has to be pre-cooked. So forget that muna now. Try to do the basic ones that we did. Do the sinigang with some of the shrimp. That can be good, and it can be unique. You can have your own shalom pao. So, tawagin nyo na lang singlong pao, sinigang long pao. Okay? So again, we apologize for the bad internet connection right now. I would like very much to rerun this episode and show you really how it would look. But then again, as always, in Commissary Kitchen, we're here to learn from better learning from mistakes than from what we practice ahead of time and present it to you perfectly. We're very real here. And as I am sincerely yours, Nancy Reyes-Lumen, I would like to thank you again for being our faithful viewer here on the Commissary Kitchen. God bless you. Thank you.